Ever since Masashi Kishimoto decided to oversee Boruto in whatever capacity it may be right now, I usually think about where he would have been, how differently Boruto would have been before he stepped in for Ukyo Kodachi.
You're the one who's got the wrong idea about all of this.
How much involvement in planning was done in advance for that change? Or was it always the plan for Kodachi to write a little over half the chapters and give the position to Kishimoto? I don't have a clear answer for that, but we do have the follow-up to the behemoth that was Naruto to look toward.
Oh shit!
Our positions were
Fuck yeah!
Samurai 8, The Tale of Hachimaru, is a bit of a tragic tale when it comes to manga and Weekly Shonen Jump. Despite good marketing and an established name to it, Samurai 8 only ran from May of 2019 to March of 2020 with a total of 43 chapters for 5 volumes. What caused the abrupt cancellation and wrap-up of Samurai 8? Was Shonen Jump too gung-ho and rash about the decision? That's what I'm here to talk about. To explain how Samurai 8 failed in 3 possible ways.
And that's pretty much all we got. And we didn't even get that fleshed out. I mean, that made everybody in the community scratch their heads when we heard that revelation. Because it was hard for people to understand all that. And did we get any further explanation? No, we did not.
One of the first problems with Samurai 8 was the manner in which Kishimoto decided to explain the world building and power systems. It was actually something he brought up during the lead up to its serialization.
It's a very presumptuous story as a creator, and it's something I shouldn't normally do, but I had a feeling that if it was a new work by the creator of Naruto, I'd be able to put up with it for a while and read it. With that in mind, I've been pushing the sci-fi elements from the beginning, but I think I have to change it so that it's as easy to understand as possible.
He knew it was going to be harder for readers to understand, but hoped that his name would help mitigate some of it.
To hell with right and wrong. Bitch! I'm on fire!
No! Fuck! Shit!
Info dumping is when information of a giant variety is thrusted onto the reader or viewer in order to explain something for the narrative. The problem with info dumping is that it runs the risk of being unnatural in delivery, and it also tends to be seen as lazy, boring even. Half of the characters in Samurai 8 learn about the world and lore through dialogue explaining it to them. The point of dialogue is to be multifunctional. Shout out to Savage Books for that. You have to present this world, these characters, but you also have to tell it in a way that doesn't treat the audience like children. The external and internal function need to be in play in order for the story to feel believable. Well, I mean, as believable as cyborg samurais can be.
Those motherfuckers! Let me at that computer! I'll get into it with a fucking hatchet!
The early chapters have this issue especially. If someone were to say that the first arc of Samurai 8 took forever to get interesting or end, I couldn't blame them. Ultimately, context matters. Context without anything to latch onto is troublesome.
Who the fuck is this long-head ass, long jawbreaker looking ass nigga named Miss Mary? Shut your old bitch ass up, you ugly ass nigga, you dirty as shit, bitch!
No, you.
Okay, so normally I don't talk about sales. I try to only focus on the writing aspect of a project and how it worked or failed. Also, don't take this other information as entirely fact due to the validity of said claims. There's no official reason for why Samurai 8 failed that has been publicly revealed, even as of now, so just keep all that in mind for this next part. In an interview with My Anime List,
What the fuck?
back in 2017, creator of Fairy Tail and the then upcoming Eden Zero, Hiro Mashima, talked about how he wanted to see more science fiction and shonen manga. He mentioned that sci-fi doesn't really take off when it comes to shonen compared to seinen or other adult work. Dr. Stone was running a weekly Shonen Jump at the time, but Mashima may have had a point. Shonen series do tend to have the usual themes of friendship.
I don't need a weapon. My friends are my power.
Oh shit. He dead.
Maximum effort and super idealism. A lot of that is already different now as we speak if you look inside Weekly Shonen Jump today. However, there still isn't a lot of science fiction there. It's possible the interest for Kishimoto's new work just wasn't there. Now, this most likely was the reason why Samurai 8 got the axe from Shueisha, and it's in regards to the sales. It sold terribly during its entire run. The series only ever managed to sell around 10,000 to 14,000 copies per volume. I'll try to post exact numbers for you, but these numbers are bad. To put this in perspective, Spy Family's second volume sold over 100,000 units, and the series at that point sold over 800,000 copies. And that came from Tatsuya Endo, a manga artist that only had a few other short-lived series. On Shonen Jump Plus, a spin-off of the regular Jump magazine, it was one of the manga that made the spin-off magazine successful among others. Suffice to say, Samurai 8 just didn't cut the mustard.
You son of a bitch. Why you gotta be such a cliche?
Since Samurai 8's cancellation, Masashi Kishimoto has taken the reins as the writer for Boruto, as stated in the beginning. The overall vibe of the manga as of lately is...
Ayo!
What? What the fuck? That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
The characters of Samurai 8 were solid. Hachimaru, Daruma, and Nanashi were all solid. But the underbaked lore and world, constant info dumping, hard to understand power systems, and low sales unfortunately sunk this follow-up manga from the creator of one of the best-selling manga of all time.